So I have 12 different Mancera fragrances. I'm gonna have them all linked in the description down below if you wanted to see my collection of Manceras. But I'm gonna be talking about my ranking of the fragrances that I have. There's so many that Mancera has to offer, and there's a couple that I really think I would really enjoy. I just have not picked them up yet. If you like Mancera, let me know in the comments down below what is your favorite Mancera that you own, that you have tried, that you like. Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. So I'm gonna just kick it off. I'm gonna start at my least favorite and work my way up to the top favorite. And I actually picked one up recently, about this week, a couple of days ago. But anyway, it's quickly rose to the top of the list. It's not my favorite yet, but it is really close. And I think it's actually dethroned one of my favorites. So stay tuned for that, but let's start it out with the least of the favorites, least favorite Mancera of all time. Now, I know this one has a bit of a following. A lot of people really enjoy this one. This is Instant Crush from Mancera. Now, this one is kind of a take it or leave it kind of thing for a lot of people, including myself. This one is that signature DNA, that BR540 cotton candy, warm, sandalwood, sweet, kind of sugary quality. It definitely leans a little bit into the masculine department, but it is a very feminine, unisex leaning fragrance. Not one of my favorites. I smell like a cotton candy cloud when I wear this one. Sweet, attractive, a lot of vanilla in here. Pretty nice when it catches into the air, but man, it just smells like Ariana Grande's Cloud, and I have no business smelling like that. It's a nice smell, just not for a cologne. Very nice if you're a lady. This one would be awesome. If you dress this one up, it's quite nice too. Wearing a suit or a nice blazer. This one actually smells pretty good, but it's my least favorite of my whole Manceras because it just smells like vanilla cloud that I don't like to be smelling like. I do not have any business smelling like that. All right, the 11th spot, or the next spot up, is Fabulous Yuzu. I really thought I was going to like this one a lot more than I have liked it. That being said, it is pretty nice. It is a bit floral with the jasmine quality and this weird combo with this cinnamon spicy character. The yuzu is quite present in here too. It smells a little bit like a shampoo kind of quality. There's a hint of a cinnamon kind of quality in here as well, and a ton of vanilla actually. It kind of caught me off guard. The Fabulous Yuzu name, I really thought this was just going to be a fresh and clean citrus fragrance with that yuzu, but it's just like it went in such a direction that I did not expect it to go, and it doesn't really suit me at all. I struggled to find situations to actually wear this in. Does not really fit my jam. A little bit too leaning into the feminine department for my taste. Pretty good for performance with that one though. It goes in a direction that I just did not expect it to go in. All right, the next one up is Amberful. And Amberful is a interesting fragrance that I picked up recently. It was in a little haul that I did, and I have to say that this one is very, very nice. This one is a very strong amber wood with this, there's a molecule in here called Amber Extreme, which is a very potent amber material, but it is a kind of an aquatic amber, highly sharp, very metallic, and this kind of fresh and clean kind of approach here. It's got a ton of like aldehydic kind of smell in here, a very, very sparkling kind of fragrance. Amberful is not the warm vanilla amber. It is the amber wood, kind of slightly aquatic, musky, sharp, ton of ambroxan in here. It's like a potent shower gel. Amber Extreme heavy here though. When I first sprayed it on and when I wore it a couple of times, it was just really challenging and very cloying. Very synthetic to me, in my opinion. It does smell pretty nice when it catches into the air like the other ones do, and it kind of lingers around, but smelling this close is just a lot. But basically, it's a strong amber, ambroxan, amberwood, slightly musky, aquatic, nice citrus combo to kind of push it off a lot. But yeah, it's pretty fresh and clean, but it's just kind of cloying sometimes. All right, one that I have not spent too much time with it, but when I have spent some time with it, it's like lovely. I got this from a friend, Aoud Cafe, and so this is kind of their coffee version of their whole line. I feel like Mancera just like adds a bunch of florals and then whatever nuance they want to add. They want to add coffee, add some coffee. They want to add some fruit, add some fruit. But that floral base is what they use for all their fragrances. This one is pretty floral. It's got a nice white floral jasmine kind of quality here and a nice like touch of a rosy kind of quality, but not too much here. It mainly relies on that nice coffee nuance in here. This is pretty nice. Fall time mainly for this one. You're not going to really wear this one in the high heat unless you like to smell like a toasty cappuccino, which I don't blame you. That smells fantastic. But it could be a little bit cloying when it does heat up a lot. So just be warned of that if you're planning on picking this one up. In the summertime, it's going to be a little bit challenging and you might not be wearing it all that often this summer and spring. So I really enjoy it. It's a really good coffee fragrance. I like to wear occasionally a coffee fragrance here and there in the fall time, especially in the fall time and the winter time. I feel like coffee works the best for those kinds of seasons. But this one is a really good performer. It's a really good smell. I really enjoy it. I like how balanced it is with, it's not like a totally extreme coffee, but it's a nice floral coffee balance, dance. I don't know. It's nice. Now we're getting up into the ones that I really do like, and so this one, it's going to start getting a little bit more challenging. So this one is all right. I like to wear it a lot, and it's very sexy and fresh too. All right, so the translation is Son of Italy, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name in French because we don't want to watch that car crash. So this one is just a fantastic, fresh and clean, very musky, this nice floral kind of character like Mancera is known for. This one has a little bit of a warmth to it and this green kind of quality too. It's so lovely. It's so divine. This is a perfect springtime smell. This is like designed for springtime. As soon as the leaves start changing, you start wearing this. It's clean, it's very fresh, a little bit of a green nuance in here as well. Watery fresh, but it's also got the nice spiciness, like I said before, ambroxan and some nice like woods, patchouli and stuff like that. It's very warm in the base. But mainly, it's a citrus fresh, just amazing fragrance. It's a really good option if you're looking for a springtime scent that smells like a vacation. Vacation in a bottle. So this one, their floral nuance is not that white floral kind of thing that they got going on in a lot of different ones. This one is the rosy kind of florally touch. It's that pink kind of rose. But mainly it's a citrus fresh, just a nice woody warmth, spiciness from the top, pink pepper, and then just citrus fresh throughout. Really lovely stuff. It's a shame that it's so low on the ranking. It's like number 8, and that seems criminal. All right, the next one is quite unique. So this one might be a little bit of a challenging blind buy if you are watching this looking for a Mancera to pick up. This is Aoud Lemon Mint. So this one is, like the name suggests, it's got some oud in here and a lemon character and a nice minty freshness. This is a very good springtime fragrance. It's got an interesting almond note in here. Not like almond milk, calm your latte. This one, once again, has that nice floral jasmine kind of quality that Mancera is like totally known for. It's just like they have two different DNAs. They have the rosy DNA, the rosy floral DNA, and then they have the I just flipped off the camera. Then they have the jasmine kind of quality. And I feel like it's two different DNAs and then they mix it with whatever. And the two fragrances that I have on number 3 and 2 do that exactly what I'm describing. So anyway, let's get back to Aoud Lemon Mint. So this one has a really creamy, deep, woody dry down. The oud in here is quite animalic with this nice woody kind of quality. And then there's a little bit of a leathery note in here and vetiver to kind of richen up that oud a little bit and give it a very earthy kind of tone to here. The best way I can describe this one is a shampoo. And I know I say that a lot with the Mancera, but it smells like a nice high quality L'Oreal shampoo, which is fantastic. I get a bunch of compliments from this thing. I actually met a gentleman in the gym, Wyatt, if you're watching this, shout out to you, man. But he complimented me on Aoud Lemon Mint, I gave him a little decant of it, like a 10 ml size decant of it. He quite enjoyed it, but he had the same thing to say. So it's definitely a unique kind of DNA. It's definitely not your traditional blue fragrance, but it definitely has some character. I really enjoy wearing it. But yeah, I would have to put it at like number 7 or whatever. I don't know what number we're at. But yeah, I feel like this is a good, I went through and I ranked them before I come in on camera, and I feel good with the ranking right now. All right, we're getting into the top of the top. So I feel ashamed of myself for putting the Cedrat Boise right here. This one doesn't even make the top 5. This is the 6th pick or the 6th ranking. And yes, I feel ashamed of myself for putting the original Cedrat Boise at number 6. I should be ashamed of myself. I do have, you know, the other Cedrat Boise later in the list, so I do feel justified a little bit. Anyway, so with this one, it's a fruity, it's like a fruitier version of Creed Aventus, essentially, with this beautiful, just musky, woody, patchouli dry down, smoky birch wood in here. It's fantastic. This one doesn't really perform all that well. A lot of people say that they don't get really good performance, and even me. And that's why I put it so kind of low in the list, is because the performance is kind of lackluster on it. I don't get a full day's out of it. I usually get in between 6 and 8 hours, depending on how much I overspray it. I do, in fact, get so many compliments. I have a friend who consistently gives me compliments every time I wear it. So that's a good thing. I get a lot of compliments. I've probably gotten like right around 7 compliments wearing Cedrat Boise. So it is a very, very good hype compliment beast mode fragrance. So if you're looking for the most complimented, in my experience, it's this one. All right, moving it on forward. This is the top 5. So we're talking about the best of the best in my collection right now. And number 5 spot is Cosmic Pepper. So this is a pretty aquatic kind of smell, and it's very similar to like Allure Homme Sport from Chanel. You got this kind of aquatic freshness, citrus lightness, nice floral character like Mancera is known for, and a very beautiful peppery kind of nuance in here. You got pink pepper and black pepper that just like really kind of spices this whole thing up. That's a real word. And then you have a nice woody patchouli dry down. Very soft though. This is very floral, fresh, aquatic, and not so woody depth fresh. But yeah, this is fantastic. This could even slide up a little bit more into the, you know, the top 5, but it is just an exceptional fragrance. This is a everyday smell to work, to school, as a casual going to the beach. I don't know if you do that or not, but you can do that with this. I would say that this one is so worth it, and every fragrance from here on out, I think, is definitely worth a blind buy, but buy at your own risk. Don't take some random YouTuber's advice about buying a fragrance. Try them out for yourself, but I swear by these, they're so good. Like the next one, this is the reason I put the Cedrat Boise, the original one, so far down in the list, is because the intense version, I feel like, is a superior version of the Cedrat Boise DNA, and this one has to be number 4. This one is the exact same DNA, but just elevated. It's a lot more rich with the woods and the deep dry down. There's actually a little bit of oud in here, which kind of makes it a little bit more animalic, but in a good way. This one smells like a rugged man with some fruity taste in there. It's like you're a rugged man. You can beat somebody up, but you know how to decorate your bedroom. You know what color schemes are, and you know how to make latte art. You're in touch with your feminine side is what I'm trying to say. So Cedrat Boise Intense version is so much better with the performance as well. I get so much more performance. I get at least into the 8 hours, if not more. If you spray this on your clothes, you're going to have to wash your clothes because it just sticks around for a long time. Excellent stuff here. They knocked it out of the park with the Intense version. I like wearing it a lot. It is pretty strong, so if you're not into the strong perfumes and strong fragrances, maybe stay away from it. But if you like a strong, masculine, woody, fruity, give it a shot. It is such a good fragrance. All right, moving it on into the 3rd place. And so this is when it gets a little dicey. I recently just picked up a new fragrance that came in 2nd, but number 3 is French Riviera. So this is a very aquatic, fresh, lovely smell. This should be number 2, but the number 2 spot has dethroned it in my eyes. So this is an aquatic, fresh, salty, very marine smelling here. This is a ton of citrus, very realistic. And it's got this like clean fabric softener. It's like a fabric softener shampoo meets the ocean with a nice sea salty breeze. It smells fantastic. It's like the elevated version of Nautica Voyage. It just has this beautiful aromatic just breeze to it. When this catches in the air, it definitely smells like high-end luxury fresh perfume in a good way. Sea salty fresh, aquatic marine, excellent citrus in here. A nice woody, musky, clean citrus dry down. Fantastic stuff. You gotta try it. All right, the number 2 spot. I recently picked this one up, been spending some time with it, and it is the more masculine version of French Riviera. This is Aqua Wood. And so this was a kind of a blind buy from my behalf. I bought this one and I really didn't know what it was. I looked at the note breakdown and it looked pretty interesting, but I'm amazed at how this one just flew under the radar for me. I picked it up, I sprayed it on, and I was like, this is really interesting. I wore it this week, and in my eyes, it's the more masculine version of French Riviera. Perfume does not have a gender assigned to it, but this one has like a little bit more of a, so they removed the jasmine from this one and put that rose kind of quality. What I was saying earlier, how they have the jasmine and the rose formulas. This one has the rose formula, and this one has deeper woods and the sea salt removed. It's still aquatic, it's still very fresh, but it's like the warmer, deeper version of this guy. So if this is like the floral version, this is the wood version. It's kind of how like I like to paint it, and that's kind of how I feel about it. So Aqua Wood is essentially the same thing as French Riviera, but just done in a more woody kind of tone and a rose kind of quality. I will have to say though, right off the atomizer, like right when you like smell it from the atomizer and spray it on, definitely a unique take. It does come across a bit synthetic. But while I was wearing it, I just couldn't deny how amazing it smelled. When it dried down, it like within an hour, it just became one of my favorite Manceras I have. It's just so aquatic, fresh, musky, a bit of a spiciness, and then that woody, musky dry down. I can't believe I slept on this one for so long. Aqua Wood, excellent offering, and that's the number 2 spot. All right, and the number 1 spot, a lot of you guys probably saw this coming, but this is Vetiver Sensuel. And this is a nice floral citrus with a beautiful vetiver in here. The vetiver in here is not a overdone smoky vetiver. It's much more of a clean cedarwood kind of style with a vetiver touch. I would say that this one is my number 1 recommendation. If you want to buy any Mancera, buy this one. It's fresh woods, fresh citrus, a nice floral, white floral orchid kind of thing going on in here that just carries it to smooth town, population U. It's a professional scent, but it's also a casual scent, and this could be a sexy going out date kind of fragrance. I would classify it as a very blue fragrance with a little hint of greenery in here because of that vetiver, but it's just so well done. Highly recommended from me. Vetiver Sensuel is the number 1 pick for good reason. It's fantastic. Let me know your favorite Mancera in the comments down below. I would love to hear your guys' take on this. Really loving Aqua Wood right now. Vetiver Sensuel, I don't think will ever be dethroned. And Cedrat Boise is always a good option to pick up. And French Riviera is great if you can find it. Thanks so much for watching the video, everyone. We'll see you next time.